Def Jam Vendetta dropped in 2003, blending hip-hop and wrestling to become an instant classic.
Look out, here he goes!
But did you know that the game's ending almost saw a drastic change at the last minute just before release? That's right, EA nearly altered the course of this classic, and it all had to do with a gun.
He's gonna bring it!
Stick with me to find out how EA almost ruined the ending we all know and love.
Okay, I'll kill you both then.
Now, Def Jam Vendetta didn't just introduce us to legendary rappers, it also delivered a unique story where you face off against the villainous D-Mob.
But nobody ever beats me.
But the way this story was supposed to end almost wasn't the way we remember it today.
Last time, I took your precious little bitch and made her mine. Now there's nothing left to take, so I'm just going to kill you.
In an interview with Time Extension, a former EA producer and art director revealed that EA's involvement nearly led to a complete overhaul of the game's final moments. It all started with Don Matrick, an executive at EA Canada who had serious concerns about the inclusion of a gun used by D-Mob in the game's climax.
Go to hell, D-Mob! I am not yours to own.
Okay, I'll kill you both then.
Matrick was adamant that no gun should be used in the game and wanted the developers to replace it with something more acceptable, like a knife, lead pipe, or even a baseball bat. According to the EA producer, the team was working under a tight deadline and none of these suggestions made sense in context. Matrick was adamant that no gun should be used in the game and wanted the developers to replace it with something more acceptable, like a knife, lead pipe, or even a baseball bat.
Get him smoke. Yeah, get that shit now. Get him. What you talking about? Yeah.
According to the EA producer, the team was working under a tight deadline and none of these suggestions made sense in context. The producer recalled getting irritated. He said, "I was on the verge of losing my shit after Matrick insisted on replacing the gun." The producer's boss at the time, Stanley Cho, tried to keep things diplomatic, but Matrick doubled down, claiming there are no guns in hip-hop. Now, that statement sparked serious tension. Imagine how crazy that must have been, considering the entire vibe of the game is rooted in hip-hop culture, where guns are unfortunately part of the environment. It looked like the developers might have had to rework a major part of the game in just days. But after a few days of tension, Matrick cooled down and the decision was made to leave the game's ending as is. No last minute changes were made and Def Jam Vendetta launched with the iconic gun scene still intact. Thankfully, the gun wasn't an issue for the fans. Def Jam Vendetta went on to be a huge success for EA, spawning 2 sequels and cementing its place as one of the greatest fighting games of all time. But as we all know, 2007's Def Jam Icon marked the last entry in the series, and fans have been hoping for a comeback ever since. So, with all this drama about the ending, it's crazy to think how different Def Jam Vendetta could have been if EA had gotten their way. Would the game have still been as iconic without that final scene? Maybe, but the tension and stakes would have felt totally different.
I'll kill you both then.
No!